Hey everyone, welcome back to our remote version of Open. This week, students had to adjust to a new normal, voila, that involved remote learning, and parents, such as myself, had to take on a new role of being a teacher. And well, this temporary way of life can be stressful for both the parent and the student. And our next guest is going to share more about this new system, while also giving us some teaching and learning tips during our mandated quarantine. Excuse me. Please welcome Emblaze Academy History Teacher Collin Thompson. Hello, Collin.
Hi, thank you for having me this morning.
Oh, welcome. And are you on a break from your remote learning to do
I
this
am on a
interview?
break. I am on a break. We are actually in the middle of structuring what remote learning will look like for the next several weeks. When Mayor de Blasio ended schools until April 20th, it caught some of us by surprise because the Department of Schools and the Department of Education had said that schools would remain open, and it was essential for schools to remain open. So Sunday, a week ago, when Mayor de Blasio closed the school system, it sent us all into action to determine what remote learning would look like. Our students are working on projects and take-home materials right now, but it will be about another week before our school fully launches live online classes through Zoom and Google Hangout.
All right. So what we've been experiencing, I'm a middle school mom, is this Google Hangout or a Google Sheet that has the teachers pre-recorded with certain lessons, and then there's a communication that's occurring through text. And so, just out of curiosity, I mean, how were you all able to learn all of this in that amount of time?
Absolutely. So, each school's remote learning program will look a bit different. I think public schools, PS schools, will have kind of the same model, but we are a standalone charter school, so we have some autonomy about what remote learning looks like for us. And, our team just sprang into action. We came together like we always do to decide, what would be the best plan of attack going forward for remote learning. Our classes will not be pre-recorded. We are going to have live courses where students log in every day. We have been very intentional about creating a schedule that meets the needs of students, still provides the best education possible through this, as you said, new normal way of learning. And our students will actually join their math classes, their science, their history classes with the other students in the class live, have live interaction with our teachers at Emblaze Academy through this digital platform, and then we'll complete assignments after the class is over.
So how are you teaching right now at this present moment?
At this present moment, we are utilizing Google Classroom to upload assignments. So they are not getting live instruction. That will start the week of April 6th. Right now, students are downloading their assignments with instructions from teachers. A lot of it's continuing the course material that we started before the closure happened and kind of reinforcing those skills. No new materials being presented at this time, but that will come out. We'll start presenting new material the week of April 6th when we go fully live.
So are you requiring that they arrive at a certain time? Is there a certain login that identifies the time they're logging in so that you're able to see that they're showing up on time? Are those kind of records being kept as well?
Absolutely, because we still have to take attendance, right? And students are required to receive so many hours of instruction per year from the State Department of Education. And so students must log in at a certain time. Teachers are taking attendance, and we're keeping records of that for, attendance records for the State Department of Education. And we have, again, been very intentional about a schedule. Each student has received a schedule. They know, okay, it's 10:40 a.m. on Monday. I'm logging into my math class. Via this link on Zoom. It's now 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Oop, it's time for science. So it's a schedule that mirrors their daily schedule at school, pretty much so. And they're just now having those classes virtually instead of in a physical space.
Right. And so while you're also a middle school teacher, I'm a middle school mom, but I worry about the parents who have younger children, because my daughter's able to operate independently somewhat. You know, she's basically responsible for signing in on her own and managing all of her classes and photographing her work and submitting it. And she's been doing a really fantastic job. But for those who don't have middle schoolers, I mean, it has to be a tremendous take on.
Absolutely. And, I think, the hold on the Department of Education closing schools down in the middle of this epidemic was to that point exactly, right? It's forcing parents to become teachers in the moment and helping students who may not be as independent as our middle schoolers or high schoolers are. I think it's very important, and I know that our school and some colleagues I have at various schools across the city, Success Academy, KIPP, Democracy Prep, all of those teachers are offering office hours virtually as well. And to my understanding, most schools are doing that, so students can, with the assistance of their parents, log into this virtual office hour with their teachers to receive as much instruction as possible. I think it's really important for parents who maybe have younger children and are struggling to give them that instruction, that they reach out to their administrators at their local school and see what resources like that are available.
And so before we go, you mentioned that the daily calendar, it looks like as if though you were in school. And so while you're a history teacher, are you in the entire day schedule, or are you only on for your classes?
So I'm only on for my classes, and Emblaze Academy has tried to streamline this and simplify this as much as possible for families. And so we are focusing on one subject a day in most cases. So Monday, for example, is math day. They have their math classes, their problem solving and cumulative review classes, which are part of the math department. On Tuesday is ELA and literature with close reading, guided reading. I am having my history courses paired with writing on Thursdays, for example. So I'm really only on Thursdays, giving these live instructions via Zoom and Google Hangout. And the rest of the week, I'm supplementing with office hours and grading assignments, emailing students, a lot of my middle schoolers, and it's been really comical to see the emails that they send me at all hours of the day. Mr. Thompson, can you help me with this? And so right now I'm hosting morning office hours as well. So I am working every day, except history is only being provided once a week right now in this schedule.
So in closing, would you say you're still able to get a sense of whether your students are applying themselves versus slacking?
Yeah, absolutely. And, I have some wonderful students, and they want to be doing something. I've had so many students who self-assigned themselves assignments and sent me things that they've researched about World War I on their own without any prompting, because they want that normalcy and that routine. And if I may say in closing as well, that, I think it's so important for parents to help establish that routine for students. Students want a routine, they want consistency, and they want structure. And I think that's incredibly important when we're talking about remote learning, that parents are trying to create a schedule that is as normal and consistent as possible without the interruptions of Xboxes and cell phones and other distractors, that they're really trying to stick to the schedule that the school has laid out for this remote learning program.
Which would be 8:30 to 3.
Yes, based on that. And again, that varies by school.
Right. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing your words of wisdom. Hopefully they resonate with some parents. And congratulations to you on becoming an IT specialist.
Thank you so much for having me, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to share.
Absolutely. And once again, you guys, that was a history teacher, Collin Thompson of Emblaze Academy. And for more information on Emblaze Academy, you can visit emblazeacademy.org. All right, so we have to take a quick break, but when we return, we're going to hear how one organization is helping the elderly amidst the coronavirus outbreak. Don't go anywhere.